Gonna do a video on my slide fires. Seen a lot of videos on YouTube about them. A lot of people talking about them. So I just wanted to share my thoughts. I've had them for a while now. I've probably put, you know, a few thousand rounds a piece through each of them with the slide fires on them. When you purchase it, you'll get this little card here. You know, it says, you know, thank you from Slide Fire, and this is actually the paperwork they got back from the ATF that just states that it's, you know, legal on a AR-15 type rifle, you know, the AK. You'll get it with both of them. And for people who are in states that machine guns aren't allowed, like Arizona, we can have machine guns here if you follow the correct paperwork and do everything, but they're going to cost you an arm and a leg compared to these things. And if you're in a place where it is not legal to have them, like, you know, in Washington or other areas like that, put this in your bag, because if you go out to the woods and you fire, somebody will call and say machine gun fire, and they will come and check it. And most police officers don't know, but this is the actual paperwork, and when they call it in, you know, it has all the information on it about it, and you should have no problems if you show them this, you know, so they'll know it's not an illegal modification to your rifle. As far as everybody's talking about, they ruin your guns, I don't believe that. Like I say, I've fired thousands of rounds through each of these weapons. What ruins your gun is stupid people. People think that they're going to take this gun and they're going to fire, you know, 500 to 1,000 rounds first day out they get it in full automatic, and they're not going to give the barrel any time to rest or the action to rest or anything. Everything's going to heat up. And that's where you start having, you know, fractures and cracks and wear and tear and, you know, warping your barrel and all those other things. You know, the AK, I'm less cautious with it because it's a cheaper gun. You know, it's just a Wasr 10. This is my Bushmaster M4A3. A little bit more expensive, so I'm more cautious with this than this. But I still watch the barrel on both of them and make sure that, you know, if I dump a 20 round mag, I'm going to give it a few minutes till the barrel cools down, until everything cools down. I'm going to check the action, make sure everything's still in working order. I have fired thousands of rounds, like I said, without a hitch. No problems. No more normal wear and tear on it than it would be if I were to just pull the trigger, you know, a few thousand times. Every gun is going to get wear on it if you use it a lot. You're going to have to change parts after so many rounds. You're going to have to change springs and, you know, and handguns and everything like that. They're super fun, and for 350 bucks, I think, is what I paid for this one. This is locked in semi-auto mode. You can just turn this. It'll slide back and forth. I do put a little oil, you know, on my buffer tube here, just to, you know, make it a little easier to slide. A common thing that I see people at the range when they bring them in and they're brand new and they don't quite know how to use it is they're pulling too hard. You know, you have to push forward with this hand, and they're just trying to pull it way too hard. Whatever your trigger pull is how hard you pull. So if your trigger pull is 4 pounds, push just lightly on the front, about 4 pounds worth of push. And you know, it's kind of a finesse game to learn how to use it. Most people just try to get it, and they just try to, you know, really muscle it, and it won't work. It'll, you know, maybe pop off 1 round at a time, maybe 3 rounds. You know, you have to be able to you know, have a little finesse, so be able to work them. The AK is a little bit harder to work than you know, the AR-15 type guns. You know, it has a little play. It's not as easy fitting and you know, as it is on the AR. It you know, moves up and down a little bit, you know, this way, up and down, which I don't really like. You don't notice it when you're shooting in full auto mode, but when you push it in, and close it and lock it, you can really tell in semi-auto mode. I don't know if that's just with the Wasrs or you know, maybe it's something with my gun specifically, or what I haven't called slide fires. It's not that big a deal to me. I've put some rubber pieces in here and stuff. I ended up taking them out for the paint job, so I'll have to put them back in, and I alleviated the play, you know, up and down wise. Like I said, you know, it's just stupid people that ruin their guns. They go out and think that they're going to be able to shoot 1,000 rounds in one session without having a problem, and that's not realistic. You have to let your barrel cool after, you know, 300, 400, 500 rounds. I would lube up the action. I always lube up the action if I shoot more than, you know, 300, 400 rounds at a time on both weapons. And you know, you don't want to be warping your barrel, which is a common problem. You know, you can warp any barrel, you know, any semi-automatic barrel, any fully automatic barrel, if you just blast away with 100, you know, round drums in it, and you don't watch your barrel. You can get them orange hot. You know, I've had it smoking before, you know, and that's just an indication of, you know, it's getting super hot and you need to let it sit for a while. But other than that, they're super fun toys. They are they do what they say they do, and I really enjoy them, and I'll keep them on my weapons as long as they're legal. So thanks for watching my video.